Yeah, top three Netflix and chill movies.
I would be curious to know like what is your like classic Netflix and chill approach? Like, is it because when it comes to movies, I think there's a delicate line. Like, you can't go too romantic, too sexy of a movie. Sometimes you gotta put on like Transformers or some shit like that, like an action movie.
It can't be something you're gonna watch. Cause I remember one time I had put on this what is it called? Pulp Fiction.
Oh, and she was into it.
Yeah, like that was not a good idea. I don't even necessarily do that Netflix and like I don't consciously think about it.
It wasn't
It's
a good
just
idea.
no, because it's actually a good movie. Like it
And
got to be a bad
she
movie.
hadn't seen it before.
I
You
can't
there? I'm
remember.
guessing.
I can't remember. I had only met her one time to be honest, and like I never seen her after that.
So nothing happened.
Nothing
Not even
happened.
after the movie.
Mm-mm. The movie was too
You
good.
don't think she just didn't want to?
That could be what it was too.
Like she's
That's possible.
But I do.
because y'all didn't contact each other afterwards. That's what I'm like.
No, we did, but we just never hung out again. It fizzled out.
Yeah, it's got to be a mix of a movie that's not too good, and it also, like I said, it can't be too sexy. Like it can't be like that show like Sex Life on Netflix where every scene is like fucking, because then it's gonna be like, all right, too obvious. It has to seem a little bit innocent enough where it's like, oh, I just really wanted to watch the Barbie movie.
I remember one time I had on SVU.
SVU does it every time, let me tell you.
Oh, I thought that was kind of weird to me. I was like, that's a show about sex crimes. Like, I thought that was a little
See,
strange.
maybe it's because I love SVU, but SVU is like the perfect type of show for Netflix and chill because you put it on and like number one, there's a million episodes. So you can't even be like, oh, what's gonna happen? It's like you'll see. Like this show's gonna be going on for an hour. We got time.
No, that is true. That's true.
Yeah, I think SVU is the perfect Netflix and chill show. Sopranos would not be good. Too much going on. I've been rewatching The Sopranos. Too much going on.
Like if you need to pay attention to it and like really get into it, it's really no point to watch because she gonna turn around and be like, "Oh, what happened? What just happened?" Like, you know what I mean? I just feel like that is. Do we have a top three? Like, do we have some like go to? So you said SVU, maybe a go to.
Yeah. It's a go to.
I go comedy, stand up.
That's tricky because once she starts laughing, she might be distracted.
Exactly. Cooking show? Maybe a cooking show. I don't know.
And that would make you seem as a very cultured man. Like, yes, I'm into cooking. I watch cooking shows and the cooking channel.
I feel like it definitely depends on the person, though.
Oh, it does.
I don't know. Like, I guess if someone's into anime, like I put on an anime show.
Girls don't like anime.
Not all of them, but some do.
Like when I think about this question, I think more music. I don't necessarily be thinking about like what I'm gonna put on to watch because like I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a way better question. Yeah, for sure. Music.
Like I got two artists.
Who?
Party Next Door, one of them. Put on that Party Next Door playlist. That's one of them, and then Prince. That's my two P's.
Okay, Prince is interesting. Funny. Yeah. Prince is an interesting choice. I wouldn't have thought about Prince, but that does make sense. Party Next Door. He's like, I'm sure you got about 100 at least.
No, for real. Yeah, because he got a lot of songs. He got a lot of music. Like a lot of that slow grinding music. So yeah, like that's definitely one of mine. But I don't like to hear music.
Really?
Like during that.
Like you like it to be quiet?
Yeah, like I need to hear that.
Well, you might be a serial killer.
This is the second mention of me being a serial killer on this podcast. This is crazy. This is ridiculous.
I need some sort of music. So I just hate the little just the noises. No. Lips smacking and stuff.
Yeah, not for that. I feel that. Do y'all have any artists that maybe y'all go tos or songs? I know, like
definitely Future or Frank Ocean.
Future.
What the fuck?
Oh boy.
Frank Ocean?
That's TikTok. Okay.
What? These are unimaginable to me.
Trying to hunch the March Madness.
It's crazy.
I literally went through the entire DS2 album one time.
What? See, as a woman, I would be so offended. Like, and I love Future. So I'd be like, man, you aren't about to try to hit me with stick talk in the background.
Like that's crazy. Like that's like throwing on Gucci Mane. Like that's crazy to me.
Percocets and stripper joint.
Exactly. Well, now that
no. I feel like the music got to have a certain vibe to it. But actually, it depends on your. I'm not trying to get too specific, but it depends on what you're trying to do in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't throw on like the stick talk, but you making love. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the same vibe.
Nah. That's for like the girl you just met at the bar.
Mm-hmm. I'm still riding the night out. Like, okay, like, yeah, we gonna throw the playlist on, like the bar playlist. That makes sense.
If she just comes over for Netflix and chill and you try to hit her in the Future, wow, man.
No
Crazy.
Future, no comedy shows. Okay.
It's just, but you know, if that's your vibe, that's your vibe. That's your vibe. What about?
You know, I'll say wait for you. You can play some wait for you. I can see. You know, that's a nice little melodic.
Yeah.
There's plenty of songs though. Like I don't get it. Like Future has plenty of.
Like maybe that Rihanna and Future love song. I could see that one. I could see maybe Honest. No, I can't even see Honest.
Oh, it wasn't DS2. What am I saying? It wasn't DS2. That is wild. Then I'm thinking about
Free Code, Rich Sex. I'm like,
Rich Sex was working.
Percocets and stripper joint. And I was just like, I meant Hendrix. That's what I was talking about.
Okay.
That entire album.
It's still like what?
Rich Sex.
All right, then what the fuck? What was I gonna ask?
Hendrix was fire though.
It was, but like just because it was fire don't mean that's the right thing to put on. Like I don't know. That's what I look at. That's how I look at it. Now, last question, and we're gonna get into this episode is sitcoms. Like, what if you just threw Martin on or like Fresh Prince? Like, is that a vibe?
That could work.
I feel like that's
the old schools that most people already sing.
Yeah. Stuff you aren't trying to watch on the.
No, that's real. But welcome back to the motherfucking Friends podcast, man.
Hey.
Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Matt, and I'm here with my two co-hosts.
What's up, y'all? It's Jay.
And it's Rod, and this is the Friends podcast. Make sure you check us out. We're streaming everywhere: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube. Also, make sure you check us out at the Friends Pod, TikTok, YouTube, and our merch shop, TFP shop.
So, man, I want to talk zombie shit right quick with y'all, man. Like, I don't know if this is something that y'all think about all the time, is like zombie apocalypse type shit, and like what would y'all do? But there is a new show coming out on Netflix. Yeah, it's called Zombieverse, I believe.
Yeah, that's what it was called.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer just so we can like just get in the mode. You know what I'm saying? The mode of, you know, what's gonna be going on in this show, and we'll get into some discussions about it.
Whoa.
점점 죽음에 가까워지는 거지. 점점 더 죽음의 한 걸음 나가서 그렇지 않아?
A terrible game of hide and seek.
This is like my biggest nightmare.
같이 여기서 빠져나가요.
He was really kicking him.
네, 꼭 구할 거야. 꼭 치킨을 물어보는 거야. 이게 빠추 형이 말이 너무 많았어. 너무 대장처럼 굴긴 했어. 이 조직은 대장이 필요 없어요.
남자들은 다 자기네끼리 하려고 그래.
이거 현실이에요, 현실.
이 언니가 제일 나쁘네.
버리는 게 아니라 따로 하는 거지, 따로 하는 거지. 근데 그럼 물리면 안 됐지. 아, 나 진짜. 지금 우리를 믿어? 우리가 잘하지, 우리가. 너 오래 못 살아. 살면 만나지 맙시다. 근데 운명을 받아들이죠, 이제는.
살기 힘들다, 진짜.
영복을 주자. 영복을 빌어!
Zombieverse.
They
Have
want
you
to make
seen it
shows
yet?
over there.
No, I have not. I have not seen it yet. Is it? I think it just said August 8th, I believe. So I think it is
Mm-hmm.
out. And I haven't seen it, but I definitely want to check it out. So let me pose this first question. During a zombie apocalypse, how would y'all fare? Like, how far? Like, do y'all feel like y'all would do good? This should seem very tense and very tense, very intense to like be in that type of world.
Yeah, literally, that whole trailer looked like one of my nightmares. Um, I think I would fare okay. Like, I don't think I would die day one. I would hope not. I hope I wouldn't be like, at the game day one.
Hmm.
Um, I think that I would use my like relationships to my advantage. Like, I'm not super outdoorsy. I'm not like the Hulk. Like, I don't have any of that stuff going for me. I'm not like a ninja or anything like that. But if you watch like uh The Walking Dead, like I think I would be able to like use my mind to my advantage of like figuring out how to kill the zombies and knowing like, all right, so and so is really outdoorsy and they're good at this stuff. Like, how can I be friends with them? That would be my
Hmm.
advantage. So I would last as long as they would keep me around, probably.
That's real. Because I was thinking, like, would I go by myself or would I try to find a group? I feel like it would be hard to trust people. Like, people would probably bait you and be like, can you go get this from outside? And like, they know the zombies out there because they want to bait me. Like, I
Yeah,
don't.
I swear, if I was the person who was like athletic and like Jermaine point of view, like building a relationship, whatever, and I was the outdoorsy person, like I'm using US bait. Like you're gonna have to go. Like
Yeah.
if I
Damn.
yes, if things got tricky, I'm out of there. Like just like I'm not helping anyone in that situation. At that point, it's like unless it's like your real family, I don't I don't see anyone truly helping someone unless they really see it as beneficial. Like you have to have a skill or something that's useful for me to
Yeah.
help you at that point. You got to be able to cook, build, fire, go gather.
Yep.
Like if you don't have those skills, it's just like it's a wrap for you.
That's why I'm like, I would make it day one. And then once they realize like this bitch doesn't have no skills to add to this, then yeah.
Somebody
I
got to
think
have a
I do
gun.
good though.
You think so?
I'm
Mm.
definitely using everyone. Like
What would be your biggest
I'm,
like skill to your advantage?
my biggest skill, I'm gonna make people believe that like I know more than I do.
Mm.
But like, yeah, like I'm gonna be trying to be the leader of everything. Like, try to give orders. Be like, hey, I think you should go over here and do this. Where I know the zombie's gonna be. I'm gonna put my job over here, so I know if I hear a scream, then I know, hey,
Get the
I
fuck
gotta
on.
go. Get the fuck on. Like I
Mhm.
always make sure, like there's a room that I can lock myself in, and like there's a few little. I always have a book bag, like just
Ready to go
uh,
whenever.
Like snacks
you
and
gotta use your
tools and
head.
stuff.
Yeah, I don't think I
Um,
would. I don't think I would last long because I need to eat something. Like 'cause I feel like during zombie apocalypse, like the grocery store is gone.
Yep. That's
Well,
like
they
the
gonna be
first
gone.
thing to go, I feel like.
Like all the water's gonna be gone. All the fruit snacks, Pop Tarts. Like like I'm not. I'm gonna be so hungry. I'm just gonna be like, just take me. Just take me. So I could just start eating human flesh at that point. But
I
I
feel like
don't
though you
know.
have, experience staying outside at like music festivals. I feel like that's like lightweight a zombie apocalypse. You survived that.
That's true. It's like I mean, but every day, and it's like being. I don't even really like going outside now, but like having to be outside every day is like ridiculous. I wonder how long I could last if I just stayed in my
well,
apartment.
you don't have to be outside every day though. Like you could be
I feel
like you
like you
can
might,
hide anywhere.
but I feel like it might get to a point where it's like, okay, if I'm in my building, but then there's like 1,000 zombies outside. I feel like you would have to leave, right?
Like you run and lock yourself in with a group of people in a grocery store or something like that. And then you have that building all locked down, all the doors and everything locked. bars, everything like that. You have all your supplies there, like a Kmart or a Walmart. Like,
Even
I don't know.
that,
I feel like it's possible.
even that is scary though, because then eventually everything that's stocked in that store is gonna run out, and then somebody has to be the one who goes out into the real world.
Mm-hmm. That's
I
true.
feel like the idea, most people in that predicament, you're just waiting it out until like Marines or the government, or you hear a noise saying, hey, go here to a safe place, or eventually you would think things would get back to where it was, or there'll be some type of group. You'd be trying to get to wherever the military, the guns, the gates, you're trying to get to there.
I guess
You just need to stay safe in the beginning until then, so you get the notice.
I guess that's why that would be like my biggest fear, because what if it never ends? Like, I think I just would need to know there was an end point. Like, I just can't imagine, like you said about the snacks, like there are no snacks ever. Like, I just got to eat nuts and berries and forage for life or for months.
I guess so. And y'all being optimistic, thinking the military gonna come help. I don't think that they think that that's their duty, like a zombie apocalypse. I don't think that. I'm not gonna. I feel like I'm gonna try to get it how I live. I'm not gonna wait for somebody to come help me, because I don't think they will. It's every man for himself at that point.
You definitely think the military is going to eventually do something.
Them niggas
Around the
fighting
world,
too.
some military is going to, of course they fighting, but there's going to be definitely like zones in the area where it got to be safe zones. You would think that the military would create. At least in my mind, that's what I would assume. But if it never happened, that would be scary as fuck. Then eventually you'll run out of shit, and
That's
then
yeah.
you might as well just kill yourself at that point. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, come bite me. Like, that's really what it is. So I can start eating human flesh, and like once you a zombie, you good.
after a year of that shit, it's like it's over.
I guess it is like, why is being a zombie so bad, actually?
I don't know. Like, that might be the best life, to be honest. Like,
Yeah, maybe you
don't
should
got
want
no
to get bit
bills.
like day one. Like, all right, cool. Now I can eat the humans. I'm not gonna die. Like,
Where would y'all go though? Like, I ain't gonna lie. If we got to choose between like Kroger, Walmart, Meijer, Target, I'm going to Target. I ain't gonna lie, because this Target just fly. Like, it's a fly store. They don't got a lot of food though.
I was gonna say, ooh, that's a tough one, because I was originally gonna say Costco.
Ooh,
That's what I was gonna say.
A lot of that stuff you need like electricity. Like, you would need to like heat up the chicken breast. And
that's
You got
true.
generators, batteries.
True.
Yeah.
See, that's why I'm surviving. I know those things. People think I'm smart. Like, we gonna make it.
You know they got batteries over there, so like
Yeah, exactly.
They got all the big ass generators for sale. Yeah, that's smart move.
Just hope they got some rotisseries already ready. But them motherfuckers gonna be gone by the time we get there though. Damn, that's a good. I didn't even think about them, like the discount store. Shit. Okay.
Yeah. Target's not bad though, because Target is at least like nice and clean. Like, you might not feel like you're in as fucked up a situation as you're in. But Walmart will probably be, of those type of like big box stores, Walmart, they would be stacked for sure.
I don't even like going to Walmart now.
I hate that. I'd probably go once every couple of years because somebody else needs to go, and they're like, "Oh, will you come with me to Walmart?" I hate Walmart.
It's just
Walmart got
ratchet.
weapons too. That's another thing.
And that might change things.
I'm wherever Rod at. Wherever Rod at, I'm with Rod, because he's having a lot of good points right now. Like, to be honest, because I forgot they had weapons.
And truthfully, like, I feel like Walmart attracts a lot of people who are like into guns and like might know how to hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And we might need like a hunter on the team.
Yeah. And it also brings like a lot of dumb people. So you got a lot of people that you can, maneuver.
That's a great point. That's a great point. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, so I think I'm where Rod's at too.
Yeah, I'm glad we talking about this. So now I know what to do when in the event of. But yeah, so let's talk about a little bit more zombie shit. So if y'all knew y'all was about to turn to a zombie, what's some things that you would need to do before you turn? Like, what's on your pre-zombie bucket list?
So you know you're gonna become a zombie?
Mm-hmm. Me, I'm spending all my money. Well, no, yeah, I'm spending all my money. Like everything I have in my savings, I'm spending it. I'm just gonna go crazy. I don't know on what though. Maybe I'll fly somewhere if the airports were still up.
I wouldn't even think money would be like. Who cares about money in a zombie apocalypse? Like,
You don't think that matter?
you could just get everything for free.
You're
Like,
gonna be a
what do you
zombie.
mean?
So you're assuming that everything is looted, like everybody looting everything.
Yeah.
Who's the clerk in the zombie apocalypse? like who's going to work?
Damn. So do you think we could even get on planes and shit? Like, I don't.
No,
Damn.
you're not going to the airport on the zombie apocalypse. Like,
Damn. Okay. Shit. Well, that felt up my bucket list. I don't know what else I would do.
I mean, if anything, I would probably drive to somewhere that I think would be a good place to be a zombie. So, like, I'm assuming zombies need some sort of shelter. Like, they just can't be outside, right?
No, no.
Well, so somewhere that, like, there are a lot of people to eat. You know, I probably wouldn't want to be out in the middle of nowhere where I have to, like, run and find somebody. So, probably, like, relatively densely populated.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think I might go to like Cleveland or something. Nah, maybe like New York City. If you can make it to New York City, I think is that the most populous city in the in the US? I don't know.
what are you gonna say if you can make it in New York City? You can make it anywhere. Like,
Yeah, that too. But I'm just saying, like, if there's so many people there, like, I already know it's gonna be chaos there.
Mhm.
If I'm a zombie, if I know I need to eat, there's hella people there to eat. Yeah, I think I'll go to New York.
There'll be a lot of abandoned buildings you can take over because everybody's gonna try to flee the zombies.
Yeah. Make a chopped cheese out of a nigga. Like, I think I would do. Like, I think that's what I would do. Oh, yeah, man. Rod, do you have anything on your bucket list? Anything that you would need to do before you turn into a zombie?
nah, I mean, I would just live it up every single day until it's over.
Okay.
But I guess like that's if I anticipate it. If we're anticipating, we know when the date will we become a zombie. Like if I knew it was gonna happen, I don't know. Realistically, I probably just go to the nearest ocean and just jump overboard. Like
commit suicide type shit.
it'd be like it's over. Like I don't care what happens after this. Then like I can't swim. Like it's just
It's
just
really
done.
over.
Yeah.
I mean, but like Jermayne said, like, what's so bad about being a zombie? But go ahead though.
You're dead. That's how I view it. It's like being a zombie is like, yeah, it's over. It's not you no more.
That's true. I don't know. I just hope that shit don't happen to me. Like I would rather not have a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
But this show looks
shit was
super
kind of dark. It was a dark question.
That's, I mean, it is crazy thing about what we've like lived through. The fact that we have lived through like low key a little variation of that with everything being closed, like not being able to go into the stores, people being afraid of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like a zombie apocalypse is only like a few steps past that.
What y'all think? Like, so similar to, because you're speaking about COVID and stuff like that. Similar to COVID, would it be deniers and people would be like, "No, I ain't no zombies out there." Like, I feel like it would have to be. Like, I feel like that's just consciousness. Some people just don't want to believe things. So maybe that might be the people
in the
that go
beginning.
first. Yeah,
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like if someone told me now, I'd be like, "There's zombies over there," for sure. Like
cap, gotta be cap.
Yeah, I'm gonna look online first. I still wouldn't even know if I would believe it in the first. I literally have to see one. Like, oh shit! Like they not lying.
I mean, it's still niggas talking about COVID don't exist, so I don't know. But I don't want to get demonetized, so I shouldn't have even said the word. The big C. It's still people saying the big C don't exist, so it's like I don't know. It might make it easier.
I mean, I would still definitely be cautious and let someone else like figure it out before I did.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have another person who didn't believe, but yeah, that shit is false. Like, go over there and see.
Like, oh,
like that shit over there is some fucking bullshit. Like, I know he lying.
Mm-hmm.
Go check that shit out.
But speaking of people lying out their ass, I did want to talk about this story where, rapper Big Boogie, I think he's from Memphis, he told one of the most egregious lies of all time. So we get to see, like, after we see this shit, we're going to see who's the biggest liars of all time. So let's go ahead and get into it.
College.
I ain't go to college, but I turned it down.
Oh.
Yeah, I turned it down just to do this, just to grind from the rap.
So you had an opportunity to do the drumming thing.
A scholarship and everything.
Where at?
I think it was like in Jacksonville. Yeah, a big band in Jacksonville. It was a big college though, and they offered me like 10 million or something like that, 5 million, something like that.
Wait.
A scholarship.
Okay, but not $5 million. They offered you $5 million to play the drum.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Like what? Like you know what I'm saying? But I was so younger. Like
wait.
I didn't know what it was.
Are you sure they offered you $5 million?
I turned it down. It was a scholarship. Like I had to go to school for this decade.
Where'd you go to college?
What?
I ain't go to college, but I turned it down.
Huh?
Wait. We can't just skip over that. Like 5 to 10.
This nigga said he. Oh man.
Is that the first time you both saw it?
Yeah, I never seen that. That is crazy. The nigga really was lying like that. That's obviously a lie.
Like, I don't even get why did he want to be portrayed as going to school. Like, it just made him look even more dumb. Like, if you really think that's what they're giving drummers in college, it's like
he talking about for a drummer.
That means he wasn't close to college like that.
Not at all. Like, he was nowhere near going to college. If you think that people are giving out $10 million to go to college, and yet to be a drummer sounds
Man.
Like Nick Cannon drumline, 5 to 10 million.
Does Jacksonville even have any colleges?
Yes.
Yeah, I got colleges for sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I would think that.
I don't think you'd remember the name of the college.
Yeah, that's
if somebody's offering you $10 million, you're gonna remember who it is.
Mm-hmm. He was like, I don't know, like this shit was like, shut up. Go ahead.
Oh, I passed on the $10 million to rap. Boy, even if that was true, that would be the stupidest thing ever. There'd be no reason to ever tell people that. You pass on $10 million to rap, boy.
Like
as
nobody.
A teenager?
Exactly.
Right. That's what make it even sound even more ridiculous. Like what? To rap.
Like who the fuck with this nigga?
Like, do you even have 5 to 10 million now rapping? Like that sounds dumb.
I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Let me see. Oh, he got a big chain on. Go ahead.
It's like, sir, you don't even must understand how much it costs to go to college. Like, why would they pay you $10 million when colleges? They don't even. There's no world where that would be justified. Yeah,
that's kind of like Young Jeezy saying, "I used to spend $3 a day at Subway, like for an entire, like for years."
So you bought one cookie.
Like what sandwich? A chips, a drink. Like he got all that shit for like $2 to $3 every day. And that's how he lived.
I hate when artists try to be relatable. Like, don't even try. It's okay. Like, especially somebody like Jeezy who's had money for a long time. Don't try to be relatable. We all know Subway's big thing for years was $5 footlongs. How do you not even know it's $5 for a footlong? You don't even watch TV? You don't even see the commercials?
See, he out of touch. That's why. He been so rich for so long, like you said. He don't even know. So you can't even lie right. It's just not good. It's not good.
So who are some of the other biggest liars?
OJ.
OJ Simpson, what he lie about?
That he didn't kill my woman.
I mean, we don't know that. We wasn't there.
Yeah.
We
What's
don't
the
know.
next thing?
We don't know that.
think he shouldn't have got off. He definitely should have used his money to get off. But who else do you think would have killed her? And the other dude.
Oh yeah, the other dude did die. Damn. I don't know. But you know, like as black people, we can't never admit that he was lying though. So it's like I'm just gonna stand on that. To be honest.
But yeah, we'll stand on that. Somebody random came in.
Right.
Let me see. Who are some other liars?
I mean,
the king of all kings, Jesse.
Oh yeah, Jesse for sure. Carly's a new one.
No, let's stay on Jesse. Hold on, because he might be the biggest one. And the only reason I say that is because just like the waves that is sent through the culture. Like everybody was like, believe Jesse, he's telling the truth. Like everybody was on his side.
He got on stage and called himself gay Tupac.
He did do that. Was that after the allegation?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he was trying to stand. He was definitely standing on that. And then when it came out that it was just two Nigerian bodybuilding niggas just with that plan that he paid them.
And you know what made that lie so bad was like it was just so ridiculous. Why are you out in the cold in Chicago in the middle of the night trying to go to Subway? Subway's not even open. It's late as hell. It's cold. It's Chicago. Nobody's out on the streets. And then you really think that Trumpsters are just walking around downtown Chicago with the news? Downtown Chicago?
In negative degrees?
In front of Subway?
There's so many elements that were just off.
I ain't never seen no Subway open past 10 p.m. Like,
Shoot,
9 for real. Let's see.
I can't think of any other liars though.
Carly Russell definitely is one. That's another one where it's like she definitely up there. There's another one where it was like she had the whole country like, oh my God, where's Carly? We just trying to find her, and it was Cap. It's the biggest loaded cap of all time.
See, she had the extra detail of like being on the phone with, I think it was her boyfriend's sister at the time. So that she could hear her be quote unquote kidnapped, hear her drop the phone. She had a little touch to it. She did. She had a little sauce to it, trying to make hers more believable. She was just stupid in that, like, you didn't think that they had cameras. Like, you didn't think that they could go and literally see there's no baby on the side of the road.
It just doesn't make sense. I don't get people's thought processes. We still don't really have a lot of information on like why all this happened, to be honest. And it's like for you to even think that was gonna work, like we couldn't pull up receipts. Like, come on, man, come on. I'm trying to think of some other liars here. Who else was lying?
I know the Game. I know the Fat Joe definitely lied about some shit.
Oh, for sure.
I can't think of exactly.
I know niggas be talking about how Jay-Z, how he got that bar about how he lost 92 bricks. Niggas be saying that's a lie.
Oh yeah, LeBron James definitely be lying. He always be talking about he's up on game, but done read something. Like it was that recent one. And he was like, "Yeah, I read the book. Like it was good, and I learned a lot from it." Like it's like he always be lying about like instead of just saying, "Nah, I didn't check that shit out yet."
And also, like, you're LeBron James. Get some of these books on audiobook so you can actually, like, maybe potentially hear at least a little bit of it. In what world does LeBron James have enough time to sit down and read a whole book? That's also part of the lie. Like, you don't even have that much time.
And to be like one of the kings of understanding rap music and the history, like you can't read up all the books and up on all the music and also be scoring about 30 a night.
Don't make sense.
Yeah, and then doing movies.
He'd be in the back of the Maybach just bobbing his head to songs that he don't even be knowing. Like he swear that be his favorite song, but he just be back there like.
Yeah, he's got a lot of favorites.
And he be at literally, it seemed like all his kids' games for the most part.
Yeah, like
he looked like Father of the Year for real.
With shout out to that, but stop lying, acting like you're reading. Please, LeBron. Who else was lying? rappers lie in general a lot. To be honest, niggas be acting like they gangster.
Right.
I don't know if I have any examples. Do you have any examples of lying rappers?
I don't know if we
Tory?
just.
I mean, that one's debatable. Some people still got that up for debate. I feel like he was lying, but I don't know how y'all feel.
Shoot, the lie could be Meg. We don't know.
That's
Somebody lied in that situation. We do know that. One of the two of them lied. I feel like Rick Ross.
Oh, the correctional officer shit.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Acting like he was flipping bricks, but you was really just sliding niggas' trays. Like, come on, man. It's a big one.
I did see something recently with the Breakfast Club, DJ Envy and shit. Could be them and his homie Caesar. They got the real estate fraud and stuff going on. Pretty much saying, hey, if you give us this money, we'll make investments for you and we'll turn your money to this.
Damn.
And yeah, so fraud, that could be lie.
That's a big lie. That's a big lie. Fuck. That's a serious one though. That's not like that's like a one that you can really go to jail for. That's damn.
Oh yeah, it's lawsuits for sure.
They was doing that for real? Allegedly?
They're accused right now. Yep. Do y'all watch The Breakfast Club, or when was the last time y'all seen it?
I haven't watched as much since Angela Yee left, but maybe relatively recently, past couple of weeks, months.
Same. Just
who was your least favorite person on the cast?
Angela Yee.
DJ Envy for me.
I was gonna say Envy.
Yeah, Envy. He never adds anything. I like Angela will at least add, like she'll ask a question about, like from a woman perspective, she'll ask something like that, like maybe about relationships. DJ Envy, he never really adds anything to the conversation. He has to now, so he does, but before he didn't.
And like he has already made playlists that he plays on the radio. It's just like, I haven't watched The Breakfast Club in a minute, but if he was to go to jail, I wouldn't be mad at another DJ taking the place or another person coming in.
And make that person like the clear B mic to Charlemagne. I wouldn't be mad at that, honestly.
I can see that. I
think they need another A mic, like a strong one.
I feel like that The Breakfast Club really fell off after Angela left. To me, like I liked their dynamic together, the three of them. Like I don't want to hear Charlemagne and Envy talk with some like random person here or there. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, ever since that Gucci Mane shit happened, where Gucci disrespected Angela and they didn't stick up for her, like it's just been downhill from there.
I think me personally, what made me stop watching The Breakfast Club was Charlemagne consistent childish jokes on. It was just always a lot of gay jokes. Like he always does a lot of ass jokes. He had he made the mold.
Oh yeah.
Then, the show became like very like childish antics, and I was just like, you really gonna do this joke every single time? Like it's like that's to get some views. Is what you're doing. It's not the question, not the content. It's just try to get a quick laugh in the morning. I don't know. I was like, yeah, I'm done with this.
I feel you. I'm just kind of used to it at this point. I listen to his podcast too, the one he has with Andrew Schultz, and like they literally have a segment called Dick Talk where they just talk about they bring it up every episode, and it is strange. But I'm used to it.
I know.
What you got to pause me for? I'm just reporting information. They just have a segment like that, and it's like it is. Like we've talked about it before. That's white boy humor. Like nobody want to hear about that shit all.
Yeah, and he black.
Time. I mean, shit. You know, once
that's
you got
why the shit
money,
just really not funny.
Yeah, we don't play like that. We never really play it like that. But still, if y'all want to have us on the Breakfast Club, please bring us up there so we can talk about things. That'd be dope. Shout out to them, I guess. But
yeah, we're not shitting on them. I mean. I don't think we are. We might be.
You know, we got to clean it up. We got to clean it up just in case somebody listening.
Honest opinions.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all the liars that I could think of at this point. But Yeah, definitely some big cappers in history. So let's talk about this Claressa Shields versus Keith Thurman, man. I think that. So let me give some background. So Claressa Shields, she's a boxer. Keith Thurman is a boxer as well.
Champion
Claressa,
boxer, Claressa
both,
Shields.
yes, both of them are champions
There's some
in their own
respect on
right.
her name.
You're right. You're right about that. Yeah. So definitely champions. But so something that came out recently was Claressa Shields, and she basically called out and said, "You know what? I feel like I want to box Keith Thurman. I feel like I can do it. I feel like I can hold my own, and get a W in the ring, or at least put up a good fight." So she kind of called him out, and a lot of people just like, man, that shit, like, you could never beat a man and stuff like that. And so that's basically what the conversation has been around it. So I wanted to get your thoughts on this. Me personally, I think it's a cool marketing tool because some people might not know who Claressa Shields is, and now people talking about her. But do y'all think that
That's true.
do you think that this will ever happen?
Well,
Could she win?
I know literally nothing about boxing. Is there a reason why she went after him specifically, like out of all the boxers in the world?
I don't know. She just said she thinks she can beat him. And Keith Thurman used to be the champion, I think a couple years ago of his weight class. And she said she thinks she could beat him. So she called him out.
I just Googled him and he's 5'7". So I wonder if that's what it is. If she feels like, oh, he's little, so I can take him.
I mean, it's weight classes and stuff. So typically it depends on the weight class. So she's in the same weight class that they would be. And she did say she has more reach than him. She said she feels bigger than him and that she would outbox him. And she does box other men in practice and training. But I'm gonna be real. Like, Keith Thurman would turn her into a puddle. Like, it's gonna be bad. A champion with male strength that was a boxer. I'm sorry. It's just like, I do not think a woman could take on that level. Like, it, and that level of strength. It just wouldn't be a fair fight. Like, I just don't believe that. Like, it's possible she could win though. But I gotta finish. She'd be knocked out.
Why you don't got no faith? That's crazy. Go ahead, man.
It also just seems like unnecessary. Like, why does she need to box him? If she's the champion or a champion women boxer, like, you just gotta hope and wait for somebody, another female, to want to take you and give you a big challenge. Like, I don't necessarily see why you need to dominate against a man. You're already the world champion. Like, just rock with that.
I feel like a lot of times, I mean, y'all can correct me if I feel wrong. Like, a lot of women athletes, they feel like they're not respected as much as male athletes. So they will want to enter a male arena to show respect for women athletes, to prove, hey, we're better than them actually, or we have more skill, or we have, just to show people and get more money. Like in the NBA, like a lot of WNBA players would love the opportunity for NBA level checks and money. They always complain. So I think it's just, she wants a similar respect, and a lot of women athletes, they want a similar respect to male athletes.
That makes sense. I get it. But like, if you get dog walked against a man, like, then do you lose the respect? Like, if she were to go in and actually like whoop his ass, then okay, potentially she might get respect. But if he just uses his natural man strength against her and like dominates her, that's a lose-lose for everybody involved. It's a lose-lose for him because he's like boxing a woman, and it's a lose-lose for her because you were so cocky and confident that you could beat a man, and then like if you get dominated, then now it's just like, wow. Sad.
Everyone was right.
Exactly.
Like, I don't think anybody will actually look down on Claressa Shields. They'll still be like, it will just be a reaffirmation. Like, see, women's sports ain't shit. I feel that's how like a lot of people will say it.
I do think that they would play that card like, oh, she's a woman, that's why she lost, and like, so I feel like it wouldn't really hit her like that. I do think it is a lose-lose for Keith Thurman though, because if he win or lose, it's still against the woman. Yeah, like if you win, it's like, oh, like, but she a woman though.
Because he can really, like, they're boxers. They can really harm each other. Like, someone can die in there. Like, and Keith Thurman, if he taking it serious, and they both in, because she's saying she in training camp for it. And if he went to training camp and put the same effort, and he really went out there to, like, I'm gonna say a recent fight, Terrence Crawford versus Spence, and like made her face look like Martin, like on that one episode, and like really had her face like bumps, bloody eye, and like just completely dominated her. Like people would look at him crazy, even though she wanted that smoke. Like people would still be like, dog, like you could have finished it early. People would look at him super crazy for it, and that's what she wants. Like literally, that's what she's asking for.
I hope that like his whole team tells him not to do this, because it's just a lose-lose. There is no value in any man fighting her, especially not a professional boxer. She would be better.
A husband.
Damn. That would be sick. Imagine to be her husband, because if she gets her ass beat, then it's like, damn, this other man is like beating on my wife, like, wow, that's fucked up. And
I want to kill him, shoot him. Like,
yeah,
my wife is looking like this.
If she dog walks him, then it's like, I knew that bitch was strong, but damn.
I just would imagine she would come back home just super pissed off, like if she lost, like at her husband, be like, want to box him up. Like, be like,
why you ain't help me?
I'm tired of it. Like, I'm sick of y'all. Like, a man gonna lose tonight.
I mean, I still want to see this shit though. I feel like every time, like, because dudes always be like, no, because men got more strength, and you know what I'm saying, it'll never happen. Like, I just want to see it though. We never seen an example of it, but this is always the argument. Like, women just don't have the strength and the genetic makeup to do it. But let's see. I just want to see, like, no, like.
See, I hate to say this, and like, I don't know if this is toxic to say, but what would be more entertaining to me is if she got in a street fight with the man. Because a professional boxer, somebody who is like trained to fight, like, he's going to be stronger than her naturally, and he's going to have the benefits of like training and doing all the things to make him even more strong and outmaneuver you. But if she were to like end up scrapping with a random dude on the street, she might beat a random dude's ass. Like, there's a good chance of that. Great chance.
No one's saying that she definitely would. Like, she fights boxers in her gym. She trains against them.
I ain't gonna lie. She probably would beat me up. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not even gonna hold y'all up. She probably would. And I'd be like, okay, she's a professional boxer though.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here super confident saying, hey, I can beat Claressa Shields. I don't think I can beat Claressa Shields. Like,
and two, in addition to being like she's a professional boxer, you also get the like, oh, she's a woman, and I don't want to hit a woman.
Right. And you know what pisses me off about it is this though, because I have niggas that's regular people. You playing in rec basketball leagues talking about, man, if I was in the WNBA, I'll bust their ass. Like, no, you wouldn't.
You would not.
Like,
no.
I don't like that mindset. Like, yeah, maybe we could say like, yeah, some men have more strength, whatever. But like, bro, they gonna bust your ass, and I don't like that attitude. I just want to see it. Like, let's just see. So, will this ever happen? Do y'all think that they'll ever set this up where like both parties will agree, the money's right, pay-per-views? Do y'all think that's gonna happen?
I just don't see Keith Thurman team really agreeing to it. I know he said expedition. So maybe they'll do it, but he did say that she will have to have on the mask and the guards, and they have to use some different kind of gloves or something like that. Because it's just not a good look for Keith Thurman, like overall. Like, he can't do a professional box. If he loses, it's gonna look bad on him. Like, a lot of people gonna clown him, probably. I would say so. But if he dominates and wins, people are still gonna be like, like, why'd you do that in the first place? Like, you shouldn't even did it. There's no win.
No, that's true. That's true. I don't think it's ever gonna
It
happen.
shouldn't be like that though. If it's equality, right? Like, it should be.
I mean, you would think so. You would think so, but you know what? Let me totally switch gears because this is just on my mind. I don't know what's going on with my brain today. But so last week when I was recording, and I'm gonna ask y'all a question at this. Last week when I was recording, I was like so smacked, like that it was just out of like I didn't even know how to formulate sentences for real. I felt like I didn't just because I was off of edible, and I don't know if I think all of us may know about weed and stuff like that. So edibles just hit different. So I just wanted to see if anybody had any crazy edible stories. If not, I can tell one.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a couple actually.
Okay.
So I was a friend of mine made some cookies, and so she made them herself. So obviously there's no measurements. You have no idea how much THC is in them, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we were getting ready to go downtown to R&B only, and I was super excited. So I get to her house, and they were like pretty big cookies, and they actually tasted really good. So I had the first one and felt fine, of course, per usual with edibles. And I was like, oh, these cookies are good as hell. And she was going to be driving, and I was like, let me get another cookie for the road. So I ate 2 cookies.
Yeah.
In the maybe 20, 25 minutes it took for us to get downtown, that shit hit. And we were on Woodward, which anybody who's not familiar with like Metro Detroit, it's like a big street. And I saw my like one of my like longest friends and her dad and her boyfriend at the time. But I was like so stuck that I couldn't say anything. I couldn't speak. I literally couldn't get the words out to like roll down the window and be like, hey, what's up? But also I was so high that I was like, am I seeing them? I don't know what I'm seeing. So by the time we pull up to R&B only, I was throwing up all over the place. Didn't even get into the venue. Had to go back home. I spent the entire night throwing up. I was like, that might have been like one of the sickest times I've ever had. Like I threw up for days. It was horrible. Horrible. Never want to be that high again.
Did you take any after that
Wow.
though?
Yeah.
See, you ain't learn your damn lesson. You learn your lesson. Right.
You do learn a lesson. It's about like how much you take, your intake. People learn.
Well, that is true. That's true. Rod, you got any crazy ones? I don't even remember you ever taking them like that.
Yeah, I got some one crazy one from college days, and it was a hash brownie. I don't know if y'all know what hash brownies. They're more potent in strength and stuff like that. And I went up to this white boy. He used to sell them. He was in the dorms, and I always knew he had the fire. Like went and grabbed one, ate it, and everything was smooth, cool. Like my first time trying that shit. And I remember I was with my homie, Matt, and it was with him and another girl or whatever. And first it was me and him, and then all of a sudden, like in the back seat, it felt like I was in space. Like I felt like I was seeing stars, lights. Like my stomach just started to really hurt. Like my tummy hurt. Like I was just like so sick and like hurt. And then like at that moment, like I remember my homie was driving and shit. I was in the back. I was like down. He picks up the girl, right? And like I swear this conversation seemed like it took forever. Like I was just so like I just remember I got enraged. Like I was just like, hey yo, like I don't know what the fuck y'all on. Like it's over. Like I it was along those lines. Like the conversation's done. Peace out. I probably said something else, but I was just like, yeah, conversation over. It's done. And like I'm dying back here. But that was probably the worst one, my experience.
I had another time when like medicinal weed started to like become a thing. So I was like, all right, let me get some more edibles. And so me and a friend, we took some edibles before we went to this party. And it was like a work party at somebody's house. It wasn't like a work event, but it was all coworkers. And I remember I felt like I floated on into the house, like floated into this party. And so I sat in a seat. I found a chair for myself, but the chair was like literally in the middle of the dance floor. So like everybody was like dancing around me, but I was so high, I like couldn't move and like didn't care the fact that I was like literally like stopping the dance floor. And we used to work with this guy who like nobody really liked, like he just talked too much. But going back to what we talked about a couple of podcasts ago, he was still always around, but nobody really liked it. And so he pulled up a chair and started talking to me, and he talked to me for, it must have been, it felt like hours, but like I was so high, I couldn't respond. I was stuck. I couldn't move. And I didn't have to say anything back because he just liked to like talk to himself. And so for like
He
years,
didn't notice?
No.
I guess. Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
He didn't notice. He was drunk, so maybe that's why he didn't notice. And for years after, like my coworkers would tease me about like his name was, and they were like, "Oh, remember that time you got?" He just
Bleep.
Yeah.
Okay. Bleep these names out. But yeah. Okay. Go
ahead. Yeah, he had a captive audience for maybe the first time in his life. I just sat there and he could talk as much as he wanted. Shows people just really want to listen to you. I don't know what the fuck he said. I was too stuck to move.
So the one I have is, it's not even about me. This is actually kind of fucked up because it didn't turn out well for that person. But so this is what happened. So we had a party. One of my homeboys, he was turning whatever age he was turning. So we had a party. This is when we were staying at Chandler Crossings. So he came up to East Lansing. Okay, whatever. Woo. And then, so, it's his birthday party. So of course he's going to bring his friends too. So he brought some of his friends that he's working with, blah, blah, blah. And then back at that time, like I ain't gonna say we, I speak for myself. So I was having weed.
Dude.
Yeah, exactly. I was having weed. Like I just had weed. I don't know where I got the edibles for, but they're from. But I don't know if I had edibles, somebody else had edibles, but we had edibles in the crib. So we had this girl there, and it was like, we was drinking, of course, probably some bullshit. We probably had like 18, the shit that had the top on it. You could, take the 18. Top off. 18 with the little shot glass. So we was probably drinking that or whatever. But we had a girl there. She was curious. She was like, I wonder what this is like. Y'all be high. I just kind of want to see. So she took one.
And she didn't smoke? Like she wasn't a smoker?
Yeah, never before smoked or anything. Like she was she was a goody two shoes. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, you know what? Let me try this. Let me try this shit right quick. We're gonna have a good night, whatever. Woo. She took that shit. Fast forward to like 2 hours later. It was all bad. She was talking about, I'm dying. Like, I need to go to the hospital. Like, something is wrong. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me, y'all. Like, y'all need to take me to the hospital. And that's how somebody took her. I don't know who took her, but somebody did end up taking her to the hospital.
Somebody actually took her? What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm almost positive. Do you remember the story, Rod?
I remember y'all telling me this story.
Okay,
but I wasn't there.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I didn't take her. Somebody took her to the hospital, probably one of the other girls there. But yeah, it didn't turn out well for her. I don't know if she ever took him again.
That reminds me of another time at your old apartment where there was somebody else. I don't think he had an edible, but smoked for the first time. And same thing, was like, oh my goodness, I'm dying. It's like pass out on the floor, like I'm dying. Take me to the hospital. Like nobody's taking you to the hospital. You aren't dying. This went on for like hours of trying to keep him from calling like an ambulance.
That's crazy. I think I know who you're talking about too. That is crazy.
Laid out on your steps, like my heart is beating so fast.
Off the blunt is crazy.
There was another story. I don't know if Matt, if you're going to take this one out.
Okay.
But this is when me and you stayed together, and
okay.
Some guys came over. It was a couple dudes, and y'all were drinking and stuff like that. I don't know. I think it might have been like it was like the pirate black drink rum or something.
Yeah.
I think so. And I just remember dude got naked and got in a shower and
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Oh, I
like it
remember
was
hearing
wild
about
as
that.
fuck.
I
remember walking in and I was just like, bro, what the fuck? Like I saw a good bunch of people like crowded around him and like looking at us, what is going on at the crib? Like,
he tweaked.
Wait. So he got drunk and took his clothes off and hopped in your shower?
Butt ass. He was in the tub. I can't remember who noticed it. I can't remember who noticed it. But somebody must have noticed that shit. But
door open and everything, just like it was just wild. It's just like, well, what the fuck is going on here?
I really forgot about that. Thank God I did, because now I got to think about it again. Yeah,
I always want to know. Like, I never understood what happened there. Like, I just like, who is this dude? And why is he like? Why is he just butt ass?
Was that your
spot? Like,
was that your first time meeting him?
Yeah, that's my first time meeting dude. I was just so in shock, and I was just like, what? Like y'all level of drunk was just different. I never understood. I'm just
ain't no y'all, nigga.
That shit was crazy.
I ain't never do no shit like that.
I'm never drinking whatever y'all was drinking.
So what was the aftermath of that? Did he finally realize what he was doing, or like did somebody say like, "Dude, get out of the shower"? Like how does that resolve itself?
Damn, that's a good question. What happened? I don't even know what happened. Like I think somebody noticed it, and maybe he just got out and put his clothes on. He was obviously still drunk as hell. But I
someone
can't remember.
definitely helped them out, and they left.
Yeah, that was a crazy night.
I wonder if he still remembers that night.
I would hope not. That's got to be traumatizing. Damn. Thank you for that story, because I really forgot about that shit. Damn. But listen, man, we done talked our ear off enough today, man. So we're gonna go ahead and close it out with a couple of highlights if we have any. So let's go ahead and get into that. Does anybody have anything to highlight today?
Yes, my highlight is it's a song called "Feelings" by the artist's name is Dre Scot. He's also got a really dope live version of it. I highly recommend checking out the live version on YouTube. So that's Dre Scot, "Feelings."
Okay, super dope. So, Rod, do you have anything for the people?
I'm gonna go ahead and I haven't really heard this project yet, but Quavo released Rocket Power. It was a tribute to Takeoff Past. Yeah, the album came out, and shout out to Quavo. I know these last couple episodes I've been focused on like there's been a lot of deaths or whatever, but yeah, it's nice to see this tribute, and it's 18 songs. And I'm listening. I listened to a couple of songs. It was good. But yeah, condolences to Takeoff, and go check out Quavo's Rocket Power tribute to Takeoff.
Man, let me take y'all back into the mind of like a 15-year-old me. Like the type of shit that I was listening to. I was a huge T-Pain fan. I think T-Pain is he a legend in my eyes, personally.
And very underrated.
Super underrated. And I just remember that was around the time that Epiphany came out, which was his second album. He had so many good records off of here, but if you want to get into T-Pain, you never really heard his albums and album cuts by T-Pain, I'm gonna suggest y'all check out Tipsy by T-Pain. But yeah, I just I feel like he needs his flowers, man. Just the one of the innovators of this game. Like the music wouldn't sound like it sounds if it wasn't for or if it wasn't for T-Pain. So shout out to that. But other than that, check out all the highlights that we talked about today. Tell us some of your edible stories. Tell us some of your drunk getting in the tub of random niggas stories. We would love to hear them. But other than that, man, this has been the Friends Podcast. Thank you for listening, and we out. Peace out.
Bye.